Imagine a case so disturbing it kept a whole nation on its toes for 2 years straight. A case that started with a perplexing question. The question being, how did a Chinese girl end up dead in the woods of a small town in Spain? And in the search for answers, it turned even more shocking when the girl's own parents were held as the prime suspects. The dead body was later identified to be of Asunta Basterra Porto. Born on September 30th, 2000, Asunta, originally named Yong Fang, was the first child of her biological parents who resided in Yongzhou, China. At the time, due to the strict one family, one child policy and the preference being given to male heirs in China, her parents gave her up for adoption to an orphanage. But down came Rosario Porto and Alfonso Basterra as her messiahs all the way from Santiago to Compostela, Spain, to adopt her when she was just 9 months old. The reason behind their adopting a child was not infertility, though, but rather lupus, an incurable and hereditary disease that Rosario suffered from. In fact, a month after returning from China with Asunta, Rosario was pregnant, but she chose to abort that child. The legal complications in adopting a child from Spain were far more than those in China, hence the choice of the country. It looked like a fairy tale for Asunta from an outsider's eye. Her mother, Rosario, being a lawyer and coming from a politically and socially influential family, brought a lot of attention. On the other hand, her father, Alfonso, worked as a freelance journalist. They were portrayed by the media as the best parents a child could have, whether biological or not. But behind closed curtains, this picture-perfect family started falling apart when Rosario's parents died in 2011. This left Rosario disheveled, and her breakdowns led to a separation between her and Alfonso, which later turned into a divorce in 2013. However, the reason for divorce was not Rosario's mental imbalance, but instead the affair that was discovered by Alfonso between Rosario and a wealthy businessman, Manuel Garcia, in 2013. After the divorce, Asunta kept up with both of his parents while also excelling in her studies and extracurricular activities. But the big jolt came in July 2013 after Rosario and Alfonso reunited on the pretext that Alfonso would look after Asunta if she broke up with Manuel, her boyfriend. Just 3 days after their reunion, Rosario woke up at midnight to some strange noises coming from Asunta's room. And to her shock, she discovered a large man in black strangling Asunta. Rosario tried to catch up, but before she could do anything, the man escaped. What's even more shocking is that Rosario never reported it to the police. Thereon, Asunta's demeanor changed. She got agitated and worried every now and then. To get rid of these problems, her parents opted to give her lorazepam, a sedative drug. Interestingly, these so-called problems were nowhere to be seen when she stayed with a godmother and never needed those drugs. This later raised questions as to whether she was really ever strangled or if it was all just a grand excuse to sedate her. On the 21st of September 2013, Asunta vanished from her mother's apartment while Rosario had gone to her family's county house just 20 minutes away. The search for Asunta, however, ended soon when in the early morning of September the 22nd, she was discovered lifeless by 2 men in a car driving down the road who reported it to the police. Being the only Asian girl in Santiago, she was recognized quickly, and the officers rang up Alfonso. Upon hearing the news, he whispered some shocking words that were that he hoped that Asunta had not been raped and that she had to be dead. Unfortunately, her body was found covered in bloodstains on her face and a wet smear around her crotch. When Rosario arrived at the crime scene, she was strongly advised to not touch anything near it, but regardless, she was caught disposing of an orange tie, similar to the one used for tying Asunta's limbs. The growing suspicion among the detectives culminated with both the parents getting arrested. The inconsistencies in Rosario's statements regarding Asunta's disappearance would have remained faulty in judgment had the captions from the nearby CCTV cameras not come to light. In the pictures, Rosario can be seen with the girl in a car on her way to her father's house. Moreover, a forensic analysis of Asunta's hair led to the conclusion that she was heavily drugged with lorazepam 3 months before her death. This was also consistent with the reports of drowsiness by her teachers at the musical academy. It is said that Asunta told her teacher, "My mother wants to kill me." Upon hearing this statement, the teacher immediately called Alfonso, who picked her up from the academy, but yet again the incident went unreported. Furthermore, the investigators found that she had been suffocated by at least 27 lorazepam pills on the day of her death. When forensic scientists looked into the stains found on Asunta and her clothing, they inferred that it was semen and that she had been sexually assaulted. The semen was linked to a man named Ramiro Raramillo, who was already accused of raping a minor. However, these allegations were soon shrugged off as samples of Asunta's clothing and a condom were mixed up in the lab. Later, the only person who was believed to have assaulted Asunta was Alfonso Basterra, and there was a strong reason behind this belief too. When Alfonso's phone and laptop were searched, they were found to have a deleted search history of pornographic material, especially the ones containing actresses with Asian features. Not just that, the authorities even discovered pictures of Asunta in poses that were reportedly inappropriate, including those in her sleep. Moreover, one of Asunta's classmates noticed her with her father outside on the evening of September the 21st while shopping. These findings were later coupled with the audio recordings that were sneakily captured by the order of the examining judge during the pre-trial detention.
No te dio tiempo a eso, ¿verdad? No te dio tiempo,
No.
Imaginación calenturienta nos va a generar muchos problemas.
¿Cómo?
Que tu imaginación calenturienta nos va a generar muchos problemas. Muchos.
Silencio.
These recordings, although not admitted in court, still influenced the jury's decisions since they were run repeatedly by the media channels. Eventually, on October the 30th, 2015, the jury found both of them guilty of Asunta's murder. While all the evidence pointed toward the parents, the motive remains unclear. According to one theory, Rosario was a controlling mother. A deteriorating mental state, along with Alfonso's growing attraction towards Asunta, led her to take such a vile step. While another theory suggests that Asunta was killed because she was an heir to the fortune left by Rosario's parents, which didn't suit well to Alfonso, who mostly lived off of Rosario's wealth. Now, after Rosario's suicide on November the 18th, 2020, her wealth has been inherited by her childhood friend Maria Portas according to her will. More such theories have been covered in depth by the recent Netflix movie The Asunta Case. But theories being theories, what exactly went down with Asunta on the fateful day still remains veiled in assumptions and mysteries. Regardless of what anyone believes, Rosario held on to the statement, "I did not kill my daughter."
No maté a mi hija.
As we reach the end of this case, if you enjoyed the video and want to watch more fascinating topics like this, click on the video that's popping up on your screen. Until then, take care and goodbye.